When thinking about food and its deep history and cultures, few dishes come to mind besides sushi. The art of raw fish with seasoned rice is one of the most polarizing foods in the world. Almost everybody in my family loves sushi, but my dad cannot stand the sight of it. Him and a lot of other people get grossed out by the idea of putting uncooked fish in their bodies, which is valid. However, there is much more to this meal of Japanese cuisine that we will learn about in this video, starting with common knowledge tells us that sushi was started in Japan, but if we take a closer look, we'll learn that the first idea of sushi was actually created in China in the 2nd century of the Common Era. The original concept was using rice to preserve fish. The fish would be taken out when needed, and the rice would be disposed of. This concept made its way to Japan by the 7th century. That's when they changed the process so that the fish and rice would be eaten together. The next evolution of sushi was made in modern-day Tokyo, where the rice would be seasoned in rice wine vinegar to speed up the process. Nigiri, also known as finger sushi, was created as an oval-shaped piece of rice with fish placed on top. This grew to become the most popular way to eat sushi due to its convenience, popularity, and taste. It creates a great, simple combination of flavors and textures. However, many other techniques have been created since then. There is a very large variety of sushi around the world that use different types of fish, different techniques, and other miscellaneous items added to increase the complexity of the dish. There are 5 main types of sushi. Those are nigiri, as previously mentioned, as well as sashimi, maki, uramaki, and tamaki. Sashimi is just raw fish. There is no rice, seaweed, or seasoning, but it can be eaten with soy sauce. Soy sauce is basically a fermented liquid made from soybeans, salt, and wheat. It's typically used as a sauce with all types of sushi. The fish should be dipped into the sauce, not the rice, as it will ruin the flavor and consistency. Another common form of sushi is the roll. There are 2 forms of rolls, which are known as maki and uramaki. Maki is seaweed on the outside, then rice, then fish, and usually vegetables like cucumber or avocado. Uramaki is the same, except the rice is on the outside and the seaweed is surrounded by it. The last type of sushi is called temaki. This is a handheld cone of seaweed filled with rice, vegetables, and fish. In technical terms, temaki, maki, and uramaki are in a separate category as nigiri and sashimi. The maki group all includes seaweed and vegetables, whereas nigiri and sashimi are mainly focused on the fish. But what are the different types of fish that are seen in these dishes? The most common types of raw fish in sushi are tuna, shrimp, salmon, yellowtail, eel, scallop, crab, octopus, and sea urchin. Sometimes on a menu you will see names like ahi, ebi, or saki. These are just the names of the fish in Japanese, but are still the same fish. Sometimes we will actually see cooked fish incorporated into sushi as well. This is usually done through tempura. This is when a piece of fish, usually shrimp, is battered and deep fried. This is a good sushi option for people who are not into raw fish. The crispiness of the tempura creates a new texture and flavor to be put into the dish. Now that we've covered what sushi is, let's take a look into the world of the people that make it. As the concept of sushi has spread from Japan, it has exploded in popularity around the United States. Available jobs to become a sushi chef have grown. The first step is to attend a formal sushi chef academy. A lot of good ones can be found throughout California and the East Coast, as these are 2 hot spots for sushi in America. Things that these aspiring chefs must learn would be how to make sushi rice, handling of knives, sauces, fish preparation, making rolls, and slicing fish correctly to create sashimi and nigiri. Presentation is also a very important skill, as sushi has a reputation for being presented very elegantly. The way the fish is cut and the proportions that are used are very important in creating a good piece of sushi. Traditionally, a piece of sushi is meant to be eaten in one bite, with a little bit of soy sauce and wasabi. Real wasabi is a plant that is actually a very rare commodity. Almost 95% of wasabi around the world is actually a mixture of horseradish, hot mustard, and green dye. Ginger is also provided as a palate cleanser between bites. Soy sauce, wasabi, and ginger are usually provided in every sushi restaurant. Finally, let's discuss how sushi has transformed in its journey to America. When sushi arrived in America after spending centuries in Japan, it underwent some changes, culturally and physically. When sushi started to be sold in Los Angeles in the 1960s, it grew to become a huge commercial and celebrity hit throughout pop culture. It became very trendy due to its health benefits and cultural difference. The concept of uramaki was created from a roll with rice on the outside, then seaweed, and crab meat and avocado on the inside. This was the Kickstarter for sushi in America and brought a new twist for traditional Japanese sushi. Alright, thank you for joining me on this sushi adventure. Hope that you learned something new, and please share this video with anybody that would be interested. Hope you have a good rest of your day.